Hello humanoids, Halfling Hannah here from halflinghobbies.com, and today I want to talk about something really important, and that is please stop doing terrible accents. I don't know who told DMs that we have to be amazing at accents for our NPCs in order to be good DMs, but it's just not true. And if you are terrible at accents like I am, rest assured that you can still make interesting and memorable NPCs without the terrible accents. And I'm going to show you how. It's actually super easy, and you just need 3 traits. Before I do that though, I just want to give a quick shout out to my subscribers and all my DMs League members. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to be part of an amazing community of DMs that is all about helping each other and giving each other resources, then by all means subscribe to Halfling Hobbies here on YouTube and check out the DMs League. The description is down below. I even give you a free 1-hour prep guide just for signing up. So, how do you make incredible, interesting NPC voices without doing an accent? You just need 3 easy traits, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So, here we go. Alright guys, this is going to be a short, useful video, I promise. I know I'm long-winded sometimes, but we're going to keep it short. So, 3 traits that you need to make interesting and incredible NPC voices without any accents are these. You need pace, tone, and quirks. So here's how this works. Number 1 is you need to focus on the pace. Pace is how quickly or slowly your NPC talks, and a lot of times this can be tied to their personality. So if you have a super excitable NPC, they might talk really, really fast to the point where you can barely understand what they're saying. But if you have more of a laid-back NPC, they might really think about their words before they say them. You see the difference in those 2 characters just from how fast or slowly I talk. Pacing is an excellent way to give life to your NPCs without having to worry about any accents. Number 2 is tone. Now, tone can sometimes be pitch, but that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. Tone is the inflection of the voice. So how often the voice goes up or down or is interesting or dynamic versus how flat and monotone it is. Like our favorite monotone character. Yeah. Tone can also include pitch though if you have a range in your voice. I unfortunately don't have much of a range in my voice. I can go really high pretty easily, and I can do a really excited gnome that talks like this. But when I try to go low, it just kind of sounds like I have a cold or something. I'm not really great at going low, but if you have a wide range in the pitch of your voice, by all means you can use that in there too. But when I'm talking about tone, what I'm specifically talking about is how dynamic versus monotone your character speaks. And these are incredible ways to make your NPCs stand apart without having to use any kind of an accent. And then number 3, the last way to really make these NPC voices stand apart is to use quirks. Everyone has quirks when they talk. Just go to the coffee shop and sit down and listen to people to hear the pacing and the tone of their voice, but also try and find some quirks. We all have them, whether it's sprinkling in a whole lot of filler words like and so. So's mine. You'll notice it from now on, I guarantee. Or whether it's including a stutter. Perhaps the NPC really likes a particular phrase and uses it all the time. So here are some options for a quirk for your NPC voice. They could stutter. They could use incorrect words often or flip words. They could have poor grammar. They could cough a lot or constantly clear their throat. Perhaps they sigh often or do a kind of whine to their voice. Maybe they blur words together, so as they're talking, you really can't tell where one word ends and another begins. That's called being inarticulate. So it blends those words together. If you want even more awesome ideas, be sure to head over to halflinghobbies.com. I've got that article down in the description below on how to create incredible NPCs. But just by using these three things, pacing, tone, and quirks, you can create unique NPC voices that have nothing to do with their accents. Of course, if you can do accents, you can sprinkle those in different places. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want you to know that you don't have to do accents to be a good DM, to create interesting NPCs that your party will remember. I don't know who told us that, but it's not true. I don't use accents, and my NPCs are perfectly memorable, and my party absolutely loves them. As a matter of fact, I think that if you are only using accents for your NPCs, those are actually flat voices. They're not as memorable. Sure, you can do a great accent, but if all of your NPCs use that same accent, suddenly none of them stand out. However, if you're using that pace, the tone, and the quirks, those are the NPCs that are really going to stand out. Another great tip for coming up with NPC voices is, again, listen to the people around you and take notes. I have a teeny tiny journal that I like to keep in my bag that when I think of ideas for my campaign or I hear a voice that I think is really interesting that I want to try and mimic later being the key, don't mimic it to them, that gets weird. But I write it down. I write down what the pacing, the tone, the inflection, and what the quirk is that I really like. And then I use it later on in my campaign. That's a great way to get some ideas for your NPCs. So don't be afraid of making NPC voices if you don't know how to do accents. It's not about the accent, it's about the character. And the character comes out in so many different ways, from the way that your body moves to the inflection of your voice. Those are the things that really matter. So, until next time, my friends, may your game have advantage. Halfling Hannah here, signing out. Make sure to like and subscribe. Happy to have you as a part of our community too. Bye.